Day. It's a beautiful day. I want to thank Chris Henry and Lisa Loomer and the Plano East Rotary Club for putting and hosting on this fantastic event. And I also wanted to thank all of you for participating, because without you, all this planning and everything that we're doing wouldn't have a lot of meaning, but it really does when you all show up, and it's a pleasure to be here. Tomorrow marks the time 101 years ago when representatives of the British, French, and German governments met in a railway carriage in the forest of Compiègne in northern France to sign the armistice on the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. The war was over, it was done. The great war to end all wars was completed as a victory for some nations and a defeat for others. The men could now return home after 4 years of bloodshed. Americans filed their way back to the ports in northern France and English Channel. They boarded troop ships and looked forward to seeing the skylines of numerous cities on the eastern coast after days of steaming across the Atlantic Ocean. They formed tight formations, paraded down streets to cheering citizens, boarded trains to return to military posts, and finally traveled back to their hometown. On November 11, 1919, President Woodrow Wilson issued a message on the first Armistice Day. It read in part, "A year ago today, our enemies laid down their arms in accordance with the armistice, which rendered them impotent to renewed hostilities and gave to the world an assured opportunity to reconstruct its shattered order and to work out in peace a new and juster set of international relations." To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service, and with gratitude for victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it gave America to show her sympathy in peace and justice to the Council of Nations. All of these words of kindness, respect, and compassion, Armistice Day did not recognize living veterans. In fact, it was more attuned to Memorial Day. So 26 years later, in 1945, World War II Navy veteran Raymond Weeks presents an idea to expand Armistice Day to celebrate all living veterans to the Army's Chief of Staff. General Dwight D. Eisenhower supported the idea of a National Veterans Day, and upon becoming President of the United States, signed a bill into law on May 26, 1954, making Armistice Day a celebration for all veterans. Congress amended the bill on June 1st, 1954, replacing armistice with veterans, and it has been known as Veterans Day ever since. Thus, Veterans Day serves as a reminder to the nation of what has been asked by so few to do so much. Today, there are approximately 20 million veterans in the United States. About 400,000 served in World War II, 1 million in Korea, 7 million in Vietnam, 8 million in the Gulf Wars, and 4 million in those prayed-for periods known as peacetime. Texas is home for 1.6 million veterans and 55,000 living in Collin County. Out of every 100 people that you might meet, 6 are veterans. Of the 6, 2 will be of the silent or great generation. 2 will be of the boomer generation. 1 will be a Gen Xer, and 1 will be a millennial. 1 of the 6 will be female, 1 may be disabled. Put it another way, of the 20 people that you might meet over the age of 70, 5 will be veterans. Of the 20 people that you might meet between the ages of 51 and 69, known as boomers, 2 are veterans. Of the 20 people that you might meet who are Gen Xers between the ages of 35 and 50, 1 is a veteran. And of the 40 people that you might meet as millennials, 1 is a veteran. Thus, Veterans Day is more than a thank you for your service. It is a thank you for your sacrifice to the rest of the nation. Veterans Day is a time when you realize that only 6% of the entire American population answered the call to duty to protect the rights and freedoms we all have today. Veterans Day is a time when veterans of all ages stare at the flags behind me with pride, reverence, and remembrance. understanding that they have contributed to this nation in some small or huge way to keep that banner waving freely. They see in the patterns of the flag the faces of their friends lost in battle and the friendships that still exist today. To us, this flag is a reminder of three words tattooed on nearly every military wall: duty, honor, country. The red signifying hardiness, valor, and bloodshed on the field of honor. The white representing the purity and innocence of the country. And the blue signifying vigilance, perseverance, and justice. This symbol, the American flag, is what veterans fought for. This banner, the American flag, is what men and women died for. And under it, we swore to protect and defend a document beginning with these words: we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty and to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. Our oath was simple. It stated, I, Richard Grady, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office for which I am about to enter, so help me God. So on Veterans Day, I thank you for the honor to serve this nation as a soldier and an elected official. May we find harmony and unity in our thoughts and ideas and keep this nation a land for all of us. May God bless you and the United States of America. Thank you. Enjoy your day. And I would like to call Chris, if I can, up to the podium so I may deliver him a proclamation from the city. Chris, on behalf of the mayor and the city, I wanted to deliver this proclamation to you, thanking you for everything that the Plano East Rotary Club has done on these days to bring this forward for veterans and all of our citizens. Thank you, sir. You asked if I would read it. Be happy to. Whereas Flags of Honor Day, sponsored by the Plano East Rotary Club, honors Plano military veterans, first responders, and the Marine Corps birthday. Thank you. By displaying 1,000 American flags at Oak Point Park and our armed forces veterans representing the best of America and a vital part of sustaining the freedoms and the way of life enjoyed by the people of our nation. And we honor them for their bravery and dedication. And the Plano Fire Department was established in 1886, 5 years after a large fire in the city destroyed almost 60 buildings, and has expanded to also include emergency management services. And the Plano Police Department came into existence in 1958 with 3 members, 1 patrol car, and no radio communication. And over the time grew in number and additional services and communications. And the Marine Corps 244th birthday, recognizing those soldiers who took part in the country's conflicts from the beginning, established as the Continental Marines by the Second Continental Congress in 1775, and have continued to do so. And throughout history, America's men and women in uniform have set a standard of courage and idealism by placing the safety and security of others before their own lives, generating a debt that we will never fully repay. Now, therefore, I, Rick Grady, on behalf of Harry LaRosiliere, Mayor of the City of Plano, Texas, do hereby proclaim November 9th through November 11th, 2019 as Flags of Honor Day, acknowledging November 9th as First Responders Day, November 10th as the Marine Corps birthday, hoorah, and November 11th as Veterans Day in the City of Plano. I do thereby encourage all citizens to join me in the Plano City Council in thanking and paying tribute to those men and women. We thank you for helping us stay safe, and I do want to acknowledge my fellow council member down here in the front row, Lily Bob.
On behalf of the Plano East Rotary Club and all of our members, and they're pretty recognizable, all in the red shirts. I want to thank Rick for coming tonight and also for the proclamation. And now we will get on with the agenda. And ladies, Liberty.